When Sarah graduated with a degree in counseling psychology, she hit the streets of Kampala trying to find a job. For 2 years, nobody had replied to Sarah's various applications for employment. She became restless. Each day, her hope dwindled. Sarah is not alone. Her story is well known to us. Uganda is a growing economy, but without the corresponding growth in job creation.
I did get around on hotel management. By then I looked for a job. When I can't find it,
I studied international business at Makerere. I graduated in 2015. I tried looking for jobs in Uganda, but I failed.
Nakola nursing. Naye nasalawo ngende nkolenga za housemaid. Naye omulimu gwali gubuze, nasobola kufuna. Naye ngenda nenkolanga housemaid. Nasobola okugulayo poloti yange. Kati essaawa eno nima.
Each year, over 700,000 young people enter the formal labour market. This means that all factors remain constant. Uganda would need to create over 700,000 jobs each year to absorb this demand. This is not possible at the moment.
Our economy does not have that capacity.
Externalisation of labour is one of those stopgap measures to salvage the employment deficit.
It's not a new concept for people to move out of their mother country to go and look for work elsewhere in other countries.
It's an organized industry. India earns over $70 billion annually from Labour Externalisation. China earns about 65 billion, is the number 2. Philippines is number 3. You can go on. Uganda only earns 1.2 billion.
Many Ugandans also have acquired new skills and new work ethics by working in some of the companies in the Middle East.
I learned how to cook because I started in boarding section. I didn't know how to cook, but I learned how to cook. I learned to do a lot of things in few hours because you can wake up at 4. By 2 you have to have finished each and everything.
I've been working with a CCTV camera control room. Every month I've been receiving 2,300,000 Ugandan shillings. I saved my money every month. I'm saving 1.5 every month. So when I came back to Uganda, immediately I bought my banana plantation forest and my plots. So now my business of banana plantation are going well.
I managed to buy myself 2 plots of land.
Babadde bampa sente ze Uganda nga nfuna emitwalo 8 ze Uganda. Naye nga nfuba okulaba nti abaana gye nabaleka nina okubawaako, nina okusasula school fees, then ate nange nina okuterekawo nengula obupoloti obwo. Nasooka nengula akaasooka, nengula n'akookubiri.
Many of the ladies that I've interviewed are single mothers, so they have been able to pay school fees for their children to continue in school.
Kati nze singa saagenda na Middle East, abaana bange tebaalisomye, poloti saali ziguze, bwegamba naali badde awo bwentyo.
When I was in Saudi Arabia, I was getting 800 rial. And when I came back here, the savings that I had only 10 million.
All the money which I would get, I would send home. I used to send to my mom. It went on the fixed account. After 2 years, when I completed my contract, I came back. I bought a shop. There's a container in Seta. There I'm selling blankets, bed sheets, these odd things. And I have a tailor. I bought a tailoring machine. By the way, I built even a house at home because it was just a small house, but I managed to build a big house. in front of that. Although I haven't yet finished it, but I'm going to finish it.
Because of the financial literacy that we have done through a pre-departure training, many of them realize that they can't actualize their dreams, all their dreams, within 2 years. So after each contract, they want to go back and earn more money in order to actualize their dreams.
I'm going back because I saw it is a good experience, but I'm going back, but I'm not going back as a housemaid. When I'm going back, I'm going to work on the airport.
They have manageable dreams, achievable, which is really a plus for this program.
I want to come up with a counseling center, and it needs a lot of things to start up. By the time I complete my 2 years, when God is on my side, everything, I think it will be in place.
I want to open up a restaurant, a big restaurant, not the Toninyira kind way. And with time, I want to start the outside catering thing, plus the events where you buy chairs and tents and start hiring them. That's how I'm planning to expand my business.
In me, I had that thought of coming back to say thank you for the company that took me. Most of people don't do that. So in my heart, I said, these people, they made change in my life. Even though for them, they don't see that change. But for me, at least, I know they did a good job. I looked for the manager. I said, manager, I want to say thank you. I had some gift. Then I gave it to her. I said, thank you for what you did. I thank God I went and I came back and I'm happy. And after I said, I've never got someone like you who goes and then come back and say he appreciates or she appreciates.
According to the Personal Transfers Report published by the Uganda Bureau of Standards and Bank of Uganda, remittances by Ugandan migrant workers in the Middle East increased by 171% from $82 million in 2015 to $224 million in 2016. The program is regulated by a statutory instrument, the Employment, Recruitment of Ugandan Migrant Workers Abroad, Regulation 2005. Under the regulations, private companies are licensed to source and officially place Ugandans to work abroad. Migrant workers get employment either through licensed recruitment companies or individual initiatives. The main destination countries are Saudi Arabia, Jordan, United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, Kuwait, Afghanistan, Iraq, and Somalia. The Uganda Association of External Recruitment Agencies, UAERA, is a body that brings together companies that have been licensed by the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development to source and place Ugandans to work abroad. UAERA was established in 2013 and has a membership of 97 companies as of 31st July 2018.
In 2013, we decided it was time for us to work under an umbrella, unified umbrella, where we can streamline the sector and ensure that all of us are doing the correct, whatever we're doing is correct according to the law.
We wanted to organize them under this association for control.
The organization also works to ensure that migrant workers are protected and that their rights and welfare are in line with international labor standards. The organization is self-regulating to ensure adherence to the Code of Conduct, laws and regulations, and guidelines by the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development.
Once we're together, we speak with one voice. So our interests are better catered for when we're together, because we're a stronger voice. The regulator or any other interested party, any other key stakeholder would listen to us when we're together, speaking with one voice as a group.
Having Uganda Association of External Recruitment Agencies has ensured that the industry is transparent and has greatly helped to build confidence in the public. This makes the industry attractive and sustainable.
Our industry is safe labor migration. The jobs are arranged, are secured before people travel. In other words, before somebody leaves the country, they know exactly what to expect. They have signed employment contracts with employers, and therefore there's no risk.
I want to thank UAERA. 2 years ago, it was a loose association. We requested that the association should develop a strong secretariat, which they have done.
So far, over 100 recruitment agencies have been licensed as of October 2018. In the same vein, 15 pre-departure training companies have been registered, and an association of migrant workers trainers association called Migrant Labour Trainers Association, Milta Uganda, is in place.
Through the pre-departure training, the girls know their rights, that nobody should confiscate your travel documents, you are entitled to medical insurance in your contract, and this is the basic minimum. So if anybody does not give you that, you have the right to demand.
These prepare the migrant workers for the tasks ahead before departure. Close to 80,000 Ugandans are now deployed and working in the Middle East alone. That number will continue to grow.
Those 80,000 would have remained here and would be adding to the stock of unemployment.
The challenges are largely to do with unlicensed companies that are actually trafficking Ugandans.
If you are not endorsed by UAERA, then you are really a trafficker.
The other challenge has also been the lack of knowledge about rights of migrant workers, some working in very difficult conditions.
The ministry, together with stakeholders, have come up with measures to ensure the industry is viable, even in the host countries.
Labor migration or migration in general is here to stay. There is nothing we can do to it. We will not stop it. So what the government is doing, or what the Ministry of Gender is doing, is we try all that we can to disseminate all the information that is available to make sure that we really make labor migration safe.
We ensure that we secure bilateral labor agreements with the destination countries. So right now we have with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan. So for those countries, we can be able to monitor the situation of the migrant worker, because a migrant worker doesn't live here as an orphan.
This is a very good industry, but without monitoring, you have no business. And we are going to put a lot of money in monitoring through our embassies in the host countries.
It is in the same spirit of trying to create awareness that we, together with the Uganda Association of External Recruitment Agencies, that we are organizing a national knowledge sharing symposium on the externalization of labor. As policymakers, this symposium and expo will provide us with frontline information that is relevant for policy making.
There are also innovations for fast-tracking these measures.
We have also developed an online application system through a system which we share. So we have reduced on paperwork, and we have eased the speed at which we are moving to register the companies and also to approve job orders.